Hello everyone, welcome to the Google Cloud Platform tutorials, and in this tutorial we are going to see about Google Compute Engine Quick Start to Windows. In the previous videos we have worked on a tour of Quick Labs in Google Cloud and creating a virtual machine in the Google Cloud Essentials Quest, and this video is brought to you by ZDEP Technologies. Now we are going to start with the lab. For that, first of all, you need to sign in into the Quick Labs with your account, and I would suggest you to open it in an incognito window and in a browser of Chrome, and we are going to click on the Start Lab button, and you can see there's a mark here which is 100, and you will be allotted this mark soon after completing this particular checkpoint. Here we need to create a virtual machine instance in the zone of US Central 1A, where US Central will be the region and this complete one will be the zone. For this, it is asked to recapture and we are going to start with the lab. We get able to see our credentials that were given to this lab. For that, we are going to open the console. And we'll just paste the credentials that were given to us. The password is also provided. We just give the same password. The first step that we are going to do is creating an instance, VM instance in the Compute Engine. That you can find it in the navigation menu, which will be performing in a minute. We'll just confirm this, and soon after confirming it, we can see the console will be opened, and this takes a second to load. And this is a navigation menu, and this is a Compute Engine, and before that we need to accept this and we need to click on this agree and continue button. We are going to check into this navigation menu and the Compute Engine tab, where you can see the VM instances which is at the top of the list. And you'll be getting three options here, which is create, import, take the quick start, and we'll be clicking on this create button. And soon after the page opens, we need to change this boot disk. It need to be changed to Windows Server 2012 R2 data center. We can find the boot disk here, and we'll click on this change button. Here we need to change the operating system to Windows Server, and the version need to be changed according to the given detail, which is Windows Server 2012 R2 data center. And we'll just click on select button, and here you can see the name, the region, and all were mentioned. The same things have been given here. There is no change in the name, zone. The thing we need to do is change the machine type. And this series also, I think we need to change it to N1. Here the machine type need to be changed first to the, we couldn't able to find that, so we'll be clicking on custom. And we can see there's no change in this, so we'll look into this once. Here they have asked us to change it to 1B CPU memory, and everything is same according to the things we have done, and only thing that we need to change this machine type. Here we are going to give the memory as 3.75, and this we will give it as, and we'll see whether is there any change that we need to do in this boot disk once. There is no change that we need to perform. We have clicked it on Windows Server and Windows Server 2012 R2 Data Center, and we have clicked on Select. And all the things were done according to it. The only thing that we need to change is the machine type. The thing that we need to change is to change this series to N1, and then you can find this machine type is changed to N1 standard 1, and the memory is also changed. So we'll be leaving all these things as it is, and we are going to click on create button. The instance is being created here, and it will just take a minute to create completely, and you can see the zone internal IP and external IP will also be created along with it. Just takes a second, and here we got the zone and everything. We'll see what is the next step that we need to perform. As the instance has been created, we'll check the progress once, and you can see the task has been completed. The next step we are going to do is with the Cloud Shell. For that, we are going to activate the Cloud Shell. You can see the Cloud Shell option on the left, right top hand side. And we are going to click on this continue button. The first command that we are going to execute is this zcloud list. By executing this, we'll be getting a username. Is going to see. We'll just wait for it. and has been established, and we'll just execute the command. Before that, we are going to click on this authorize, and here you can see this username, and later on, to see what our project ID is, we are going to execute this particular command here. And here we could able to see our project ID. The next step which we are going to follow is connecting it to the RDP, which is remote desktop, and we are going to execute this for connecting it to the remote desktop. And this command, it needs to be executed until we get the activation successful command. And yeah, we got it already as activation successful. And continuing it to the next step, we need to click on this name instance 1.1, and the console will be opened. For that, in this we are going to click on set Windows password, and then click on this set. This is a username that was given to us. After this, you can see there's a password that is given to us. We'll just copy this, and that will be used later. And after that, we need to click on this RDP option here. It is asking to download an RDP file that will be downloading now. And now the next step is we need to open that. It is asking to connect, and we'll click on it. And after that, as we have already copied the password, we'll just paste here, and we'll click on OK. We'll be clicking on yes to connect it. And if you look into this question, we'll just know what the things has been covered in this particular lab. We can create Windows instance in Google Cloud by changing its dash in VM instance console. The first thing that we have followed in this is changing the boot disk. And the next step is which command is used to check whether the server is ready for an RDP connection or not. And for this, we have executed this particular command, which is gcloud instances get serial port output, and we'll see whether is it correct or not. Yeah, and if we can see, this is the correct answer. In the previous question, we have followed the boot disk change in the first step itself, and we'll see, and it is asking to allow the network, and soon after we'll be going to see screen. And this is all about connecting to the RDP using Windows. And thank you for listening.